Backtalk. One of the ways that children try out power is to talk back to the parents. Sass them back, argue, talk back. They need immediate feedback that that behavior is not acceptable. Because it is not kind, use the penalty box. The child goes to the penalty box for as many minutes as he or she is old. That's instant feedback. And it gives the child the message that if you continue that behavior, then it will take time off of your life. If a child talks back to you in one day and you put them in the penalty box and then they come back and they talk back to you again in the same day, obviously it didn't cost enough. It didn't make an impression on the child, so double the time. It's not appropriate to talk back. Sometimes the thing that children will do is they will want to have the last word, constantly want to have the last word, and they just, argue. When you've had enough of that, this is how you use the minute drill. You put up your hand like a T, and when the child stops talking, you say, okay, I've heard enough about this topic. You are to be quiet. That means you are to say nothing. When I break the T, okay, anything that you say after I break the T will be minutes off your life. Pennies are going in the jar. I'd be quiet if I were you. That's not fair. Penny in the jar. You can't do that. Penny in the jar. I'm really angry that you're doing that. Penny in the jar. The bottom line is, I can't stop you from constantly talking and arguing and keeping it going. And I can make it cost too much for you to continue that behavior. Sometimes during this time zone, children will use a disrespectful tone of voice. Talk to you like you're something the cat dragged in. I think the best way you can use the penalty box and immediately give feedback that that's not acceptable. A training way or another way of saying that is 2 choices. I like 2 choices when you're disciplining a child because it says, I am done. 2 choices. Instant replay or penalty box. What's instant replay mean? It means just what you think it means. Say what you just said over without the tone of voice, or you're in the penalty box. The reason I would use that sometime rather than just automatically put them in the penalty box is because sometimes you want them to learn to do that. You want them to get off of being reactive. If it continues, then I would just use the penalty box. But the instant replay is a great way. I remember one day when my daughter came in and talked to me like I was some low-life creature and walked through the room and I said, okay, stop. I said 2 choices, instant replay or the penalty box. She said, I'm just tired. I said 2 choices and they start right now. So she shrugged and gave me the look, walked back across the room, walked through the room, and changed her tone of voice. It is not acceptable to backtalk, to be disrespectful. And the penalty box and the instant replay will stop that.